know what Barbershop P do, pick a side. And LG, he do the same too, pick a side. In Stack City, he gon' need you, pick a side. Who are we? Pick a side. Who are you? Pick a side. You know what Barbershop P do, pick a side. And LG, he do the same too, pick a side. In Stack City, he gon' need you, pick a side. Who are we? Pick a side. Who are you? Pick a side.
Hoodlamb, Hoodlamb Apparel.
Pick a side. It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. I was waiting on it.
Hey, get off my Zoom.
How's your Zoom? I got the end button. What's good? It's your boy Stack City, and this is Pick a Side. I got my brother, Barbershop P, as usual.
Good.
I got my man, my homie, my ace, LG, as usual. And we got a special show for you today. For the first time in Pick a Side history, you making history, Natman. For the first time in Pick a Side history, we got our first guest. We got a special guest tonight.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what's on my head. I want to talk about what's on my chest. I want to talk about my brother from another mother, my boy, Natman, the legend. Go ahead and talk to him, Nat. Talk to him, Nat.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm thankful to be on the greatest podcast in the world. I'm a fan of what y'all doing. How y'all brothers doing, man?
We doing great, man. We doing great, man.
How you doing, sir? Appreciate the hospitality coming on with us.
Yo, shout out to P and shout out to Big L, the real Big L. You heard? City. You know what I mean?
Sir.
This is gonna be a beautiful moment right here. Thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna give y'all the Shaolin Wushu. I'm from DC, the Shaolin Wushu.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Shaolin Wushu. Salute to you brothers.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen,
Salute.
hey, Natman, everybody know that I'm Stack City because the city part is what I emphasize when it comes to me being from the Trey Fort. But originally, I am from the DMV. I'm from the DMV originally.
No, humbly you are. Humbly, because you're a humble guy. And see, all of y'all are humble. All of y'all, man, we gonna get to him. Go ahead, bro.
Word.
Hey, appreciate that, sir. Appreciate it.
Bro, all of y'all are humble. I'm trying to find y'all guys. Like, I like to touch. No weird stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, man.
Love,
I'm like, bro, all
bro.
y'all gel so vicious, man. I'm just like, it's a beautiful thing, man. And
That's love, bro.
a lot of people don't know Stack City from the area. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about where you from, it's about where you at.
There we
And
go.
I love North Carolina, bro.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? But we are from the area.
There we go, though. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. And we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Thank
We're
you
gonna get
guys.
into that in a
Thank
minute.
you guys.
We're gonna
Thank
get
you guys
into
for
that.
having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna get
Appreciate you coming on, man. First guest.
Yes. Oh man, this is classic. This is about to be a crazy show.
and listen.
Hey, that's what we
Like
did.
they
Pick a
Crazy
side.
show.
Like they said, you are first guest ever, so you're making history. And we're gonna talk that Redskins and Cowboys in a minute, that football team and that Dallas in a minute. But before we do,
Gotta give you your flowers.
they don't know this man. They don't know this man is a legend behind the mic in the making. No, he already is. In my book, he already
I'm about to cry, bro. I'm about to
he
cry.
already is. Yeah, he's a legend.
Speak
And
that.
he been solid since day one that I met him about 10 years ago. He been solid since day one. All right. This man like didn't know me from a can of paint.
Bro, you got me.
And has started talking to me. He started talking to me, bro, like we were brothers. You know what I mean? Like when my daughter was born, he reached out and was like, yo, congratulations. He said, congratulations. And was like, yo, I need a picture of my niece. I need to see her. So I sent her a newborn pic. I sent her a newborn picture. And it's been love, bro. It's been love since then. It's been love since then.
Yes, sir.
This man right here, man.
Yes,
and listen,
sir.
He got a
It's all
story to
good.
tell.
Man, bro.
He got a story to tell. He's a legend. He's a legend in North Carolina. Everybody who's in the CHH community knows about him, and even beyond that. And he just had an album that came out on June the 4th.
Mm.
It's called If You Only Knew. If you only knew. But before we get into that, Natman, go ahead and talk about when you get yourself together. Go ahead and talk about your musical journey and how you got here, how you got to this point.
Man, I just want to say, I don't even know how I got here. I'm not even where I want to be right now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm so hungry for, like, when I met, like, one thing I know about when you move in cities, man, you got to know who the real and who ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a believer or not, you got to know your territory, right?
Yes,
And that's something that we all can learn from. Like, we all developing into these ages of, what is it? Age, we're growing, we're getting older, our knees feel a little different, our ankles feel a little different, whatever. The body feel different. We got to take vitamins. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is this, man, one thing I know that before I know about Stat, I knew about O-Line, which is y'all group, before that. And I told Stack this, I said, bro, I wanted to join Stacks. I wanted to join O-Line, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Because I seen so many groups. Now, we done been in different territories. I look at y'all on YouTube. Before Stack even told me who y'all was. Stack carried the torch. L carried the torch. P just gangster. You're gonna need a P in your group. You feel me?
Right. Yes,
Understood, misunderstood.
Yes,
bro, I feel like I know y'all, bro. And this is nothing that Stat gave me. I'm just like, man, I just always want the sincere brothers. I know I'm going everywhere too early right now, right? I'm crying too.
Do your thing.
I'm crying.
It's all good.
I'm crying, bro.
This a moment. You our first guest. Do your thing.
This is heavy. I'm crying, bro. I'm looking ugly and all that, bro.
Hey,
Right?
it's all good, bro.
So I used to look at L joints. I mean, dog, I done got countless events of O-Line. You know what I'm saying? When people are, I don't even know if I'm going where I'm going, but let me say this real quick, because I ain't trying to keep a long show. So I done got blessings of what you guys give. And I sit here in my house and I have my kids here. I got a 7-year-old son that just left last night. He live in Miami, right? With my ex-wife. So he like, who's that group? I'm like, that's O-Line. And I ain't really trying to suck up, you know, because for me, I listen to secular. Once somebody told me, yo, bro, if you want to study your moves, not your moves, if you want to study the art, you better listen to the secular. I just don't never mimic my music off that.
Right. You got to keep up with what's current.
Question, bro. I'm just like, man, it's an honor for me to be here. Just let me say that. That's all. Right. The album is out.
Yeah.
But I'm crying, bro, because I see L on the joint. L ain't dropped a video in 2 years. I be on Stack, me and Stack just getting right on the phone, right? But Stack is one of my favorite, all of y'all is one of my favorite artists. It's not a Lecrae, and no disrespect, it's not the big name artist. I love when it goes through the tunnel. You understand? When it goes to the tunnel in the heart. And so that's what I think what my album is about. It's about transparency.
Word.
It's about honesty. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no dance tracks on there, what the world is giving people. I'm just being myself. That's all I'm doing with the album.
That's dope.
And right now, from what I heard,
that's all you can do. You
We
gotta
about
get a
to
peep for you.
Huh? I'm sorry, P, what you say?
Now do your thing. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Now do your thing. I said that's all
we
you can do is
we
get a peep for
almost,
you. You doing your thing.
yeah, we almost charting, bro. We almost charting.
Word.
Yeah, we
Word.
almost charting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a few more people to see, you know what I mean? Like, to
Hey,
get it. But we almost charting. And that's what I never had. That's scary. That's all
Word.
I'm saying.
Word.
So let's get into some details of the track, of the album, of the whole album. One thing I noticed about it is that the vibe of it, the vibe is laid back, but like you said, it's transparent. You know, you telling stories, you getting lyrical, you using metaphors and similes, you being specific about certain situations. You talking
Wow.
generalities as well.
That you got me about to cry. Stop, bro.
Yeah. Listen, you talking to the streets, you talking to
Yeah.
those who come out the gutter, and you quoting scripture. You quoting scripture too, man. Like you covering all the bases. You covering all the bases with that vibe. This laid back and chill. It's kind of a tidbit old school, but at the same time, it worked now. It still works for today's. It still works for today's music. You know, like it feel good. You can ride to it. You can vibe with it.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the first thing I want to ask you about regarding the album is talk to me about this spoken word artist that's featured on several of the tracks before your songs go.
It's Precious Weddington. She from High Point.
Okay.
Right. I had her go in there. I had her specifically go. Now I laid that she laid that down probably like 4 years ago. My album been done, bro. It just hit it from a different resume.
Wow.
I'm not gonna tell people when I recorded it because it's gonna mess their head up. They're gonna say, because we take so much information in, right? Right? That's why I say, man. All right, so she basically recorded it, and it was probably like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So I took it to Greg's house, right? Because I wrote my album.
Shout out to GP.
Shout out to GP. I wrote my album when I was going through my divorce, right? I was going through my divorce, and my kids, well, I couldn't see my kids, nothing, right? It just is what it is. And so I lived on the truck. I went to Reno. I tracked the trailer truck. I own trucks, right? And so I lived in Reno probably for like 6 months. I recorded the album really in Reno, Nevada, on the West Coast, right? I couldn't go home. My ex didn't want me home. I don't know what was going on, but it was just like, yo, this is poison. This is poison. And it wasn't no situation for me to say, okay, I done let my family love. You know what I'm saying? It was a situation of, oh man, dad, I couldn't come home. And I'm giving you the real, whatever. So I wrote the whole album in all the cities I went through. Metropolis came from Chicago. I can remember where each song came from, right? I was just writing. I was just letting it spill, letting the oil spill, letting the ink pull out, right? And so I was in a helpless place, right? There was no believers around me, right? There was nothing around me that somebody would say a preacher or a believer or anything like. It was just what I was going through. And this, man, it's a beautiful thing right now.
Bro, you hear it on the album.
And everybody need to feel like that, man. Everybody need to feel like that. We're not going to have, because there's always somebody going through worse things than what we are, right?
Amen.
I wrote this album 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on another one.
Wow.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey,
That's all.
God is good.
Precious Weddington was the name. She's from High Point. Her mom just passed. I don't even think she heard the album. So yeah, that's Precious Weddington. Greg from Ken Folk of Mine from Winston, he was just like, let's break them down before every song. I said, nah, that's corny. But it worked. It seemed like a real book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like a book. It seemed like a book. The way he broke it down, and he stayed in Winston. Shout out to GP, man.
Cool. Hey, P, go ahead, hit him with a question, P.
Man, like he kind of just answered my question because like I was telling Stack City, I listened to the album while I was working out. I got through almost 2 full playthroughs. I came home, I was listening to the album. And then had checked out the album already once I, put it out there on Instagram and social media and everything, and you hit me up, and I definitely, that's love. But you just answered my question, bro. It's like I'm listening to the album and I'm like, yo, this album, and I told Stack he can attest to this. I'm like, it has like a 90s gritty like feel to it, but I love it because it's like real music. And I'm like, bro, you can tell like he wrote this, like it was a purpose in writing this album. And with you saying what you just went through, it's like, it's almost like it came from your pain. And it's crazy because like Metropolis, one of my favorite joints, A Dollar, one of my favorite joints, Gratitude, one of my favorite joints. And I'm just like, yo, like this album really has no skippable joints on it. So you kind of just answered my question for me because I'm just like, man, I'm a fan of the music. Like this is my first time hearing the project, and Stack put me on, like I said, but I'm definitely a fan now, and I'm definitely gonna keep checking out the music, streaming that thing. It's gonna be getting charted. It's gonna chart, especially when Pick a Side drop. It's gonna chart. But I'm a fan, bro. I just want to give you flowers now. If nobody never has, you wrote a great album, man.
Hey, bro. If I have a release, I need you guys back. If I have an album release, I need you guys back.
Oh yeah.
But we'll talk about that another time. We're gonna keep that on the hush.
What about you, LG? What you got? What you got?
Yeah, I got a question for you, homie. Hey, listen, hold on. I'm kind of cold. I'm cold right now. Hold on, wait. It's kind of cold in here.
Oh my
It's kind of cold in here first. Before I ask my question, I gotta get. Hold on. I got a question for you. Wait, I got a question. I got a question.
You got a right to have that flag, though. You got a right, though, with us. Yeah, you got a right, though.
Yeah. Listen, Area 5, the video. I was telling Stat when I first saw it, I was like, this is one of the dopest videos I've seen in a minute.
Really? Because I don't think y'all choices like that, bro.
But where did you shoot that at, bro? Like, where y'all at? Like,
I shot it in Raleigh. I told Stat, me and Stat just getting back acquainted. And so we shot it in near downtown Raleigh. Shout out to GP. He picked the spot.
Okay.
And we probably got like 4 or 5 more videos that's about to drop right now. It's about to look real crazy. But to God be the glory, we picked the spot. They were just like, okay. And Timmy, if you know, Young World Multimedia, they shot the video. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
that was a dope joint. That was a dope joint.
Man, it looks so vintage, you know. And so this is what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Real quick. I'm just like, I'm not worried about how everybody auto-tuning and doing it. I want to do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna rush for it. This album is more personal. I feel like this is the greatest album in the world right now. Right? I can say that because I'm on a podcast like this. It doesn't, if anybody would have made it. Huh?
Talk your stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if anybody would have made it, I feel like, but dog, the responses I'm getting, people are just like, I'm in that dark place with you. I didn't specifically make a dark album. I was on a truck, right? I was actually living on a truck for years. A tractor trailer, a 53-footer, the big one, no homo, right? And I had to pee on it. I had to do number 2 on it. Couldn't see my kids. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, and then there's a facade about faith, right? With Black men, faith, because your homeboys, now we all trying to do the same thing, right? We all trying to be positive. We all trying to be, but there is a creator, and it is a God. Don't get it twisted.
Word.
But
Yes, sir.
we
God is
go through
real.
this thing. This is what Metropolis is about. We go through this thing, which we got brothers that say, "Oh, you believe in that white man?" No, my God ain't.
You address that. You
You
address
know,
that.
listen,
You address
listen,
that on
Nat,
the album.
That hurts.
Nat,
Yeah.
Nat, my man Just Will killed that verse. My man
Yeah.
say, listen, my man say, no contradiction, Black and Christian. I ain't signed off on no white
For the white
religion.
religion.
Come on,
Yes.
man.
That was his last verse he
Hey.
put in before he checked out. You know, but a lot of us deal with that. We see, you know, we see. I got Muslim brothers. I got Muslim brothers. I'm sure we all do. We got 5%ers. We got Hebrewites, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got all those
Hebrew
things.
Israelites.
All we really want, all we really need as black men, even as men general, right? It don't matter if somebody was white on here. It's relationship. And so I think a lot of people, when they see Jesus in us, they see that sucker part too.
Hey, bro, I tell everybody.
You know, have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about it?
I tell everybody. I tell everybody. My uncle Shannon taught me this. I practice relationship over religion.
That's
relationship
right.
over religion.
But see, that's big because everybody say that, P, right? But everybody don't mean it.
Mm.
You know,
you got to strive.
Right,
you got to strive for it.
You P.
Relationship
P,
over
I'm
religion.
on your team,
Religion had
P.
people.
I'm on your team.
Religion had you clashing. At the end of the day, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Hey,
exactly.
Natman, before we get into this, this next topic real quick, I want to talk about the title track, right? You say like that first verse on the title track, If You Only Knew, is as transparent as it gets, bro. You say on stages, screaming Jesus till my voice is hoarse. Yeah. But when I come home, my water is off. Come on, man. Talk about that title track. That's the transparent track.
Because
it
was
crazy.
a real thing. I had well, to God be the glory, not my own. I done been in 3 tours, right? I done been in SWAT with Chosen. Shout out to Chosen. He been reaching out to me. Yep. I did the Urgency tour with Darrell Young. Shout out to Darrell Young. I mean, bro, I did 3 tours, right? We used to travel all throughout the state. So basically, it was like no funding, but and it's not about that, the money part, but it was just a high raise of oh, you're gonna come to this city and we'll do like 12. First tour I probably did like 5 cities. Second tour probably did like 10, and then we graduated to a 15. It wasn't. It's no money in CHH. I'm gonna just be honest. So if it was about money, I wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be an O-line. It wouldn't be a Ricky Ruckus. It wouldn't be. I ain't even saying Ricky. It wouldn't be. There's nobody in North Carolina, right? That's in the aspect to say like, because when you deal with that in your head, it's CHH because it's a title. Yo, bro, just rap. But I ain't gonna rap like Lil Durk and all them. I'm gonna just be, you know what I mean? And so, and everybody has to feel important, man. Especially us, because we believers, right?
Right.
We do believe in that cross. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
And so that's all I'm saying. That's just where I'm at. I'm at. And that song, If You Only Knew, that was a real song. When I was with my wife at the time, I just took my son to the Science Museum. A car, if you listen to the end of the song of If You Only Knew, a car ran into my house. A car right where my son would have been, right? I just took my son out. I just took my dad out from DC. He a lawyer in DC. So basically, I took him out. We went to the game for Father's Day. You can Google it, right? I went to a game for Father's Day, and my oldest daughter bought me and my dad a ticket for the football game, Carolina versus Redskins. Hey, bro, we lost by 30 points. With Cam Newton, we lost by 40 points. I think it was 40. But that next day, my dad was like, all right, I'm about to leave.
Hey, Nat, we're going to edit that part out. We're going to edit that part out.
Y'all about to defend that. Y'all about to defend that.
Because I had my Doug Williams jersey on in that joint. We was carrying it. We was carrying it. But anyway, so the next day I told my I didn't have to work, right? And so I was just like, look, let me go ahead and take my son to the Science Museum. Took him to the Science Museum. I get a call 20 minutes later, a dude had a heart attack and ran right off Cornwallis and Battleground, right up the street from the Rolex dealership, right? Ran right into the living room, right? You know what I mean? And so what you hear on the end, that's the real news people. I literally had to live in a hotel. I literally had to live in my truck for years, right? For a couple of years, I had to take a doo-doo and a pee-pee, right? When my wife didn't want me, when my wife was going through that, when I was going through it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, everything is going to be transparent. That's it.
Right. You setting up the
That's
picture.
it.
You painting your picture.
Yeah. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And
I love her. It's all good. It's all love. And she loved me. So that's the bottom line of that joint. But that's when I knew. I said, yeah, I'm going to name this album If You Only Knew. And then I started traveling. When I was in the truck, using the number 1 and the number 2, I'm going to make it basic, right? And I just put it out there. I didn't care. I wasn't worried about Rapzilla. I wasn't worried about, no disrespect to Rapzilla. I wasn't worried about the outlets. Whatever God gave me, he gave me. And that's just it. That's it.
So here's what we're going to do. We only got a couple more minutes. Before we get into that Redskins Cowboys, tell them where they can find your project at. And tell them how they can connect with you.
Everywhere. We're about to chart. We're about to chart.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chart.
Yeah.
What about your IG and your Twitter handle?
My IG is A Day with Nat, ADAY WITHNAT. The same thing with Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Facebook,
cool.
Overcomeability. I lost my Facebook, my Natman Facebook. So it's Overcomeability, but just do A Day with Nat, ADAY WITHNAT on IG and Twitter. That's it.
Cool.
That's
we
it.
got about
And thank you for everybody that participated on this album.
Yeah.
Word.
Shout out to everybody. You had some dope features, that's for sure. Hey, go get it.
Definitely
hey,
did.
it's
Shout out to Mike
stamped and
Teasy,
approved.
everybody. Yo, bro, everybody.
If you only knew the project.
Yo, my man Steve Wallace that did Gratitude, that's on the hook. He did Ghostface joint. Like, I got a lot of heavy hitters on this joint. I got people from Michael Todd's church, if you know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Mike Teasy. Mike Teasy is running Winston right now. Not that man. I'm not in competition with nobody. Mike Teasy is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shout out to GP. You know, it's a lot of people on this joint. Lot.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give that joint the pick a side stamp of approval. And now we're gonna get into this thing right here. 2021. The question is 2021. Who gonna have a better season? The Dallas Cowboys or the Washington football season? You going first.
Hey, man.
You going
Y'all
first.
started off.
We only got 5 minutes, but you going first. Talk to him, Nat. Talk to him.
Oh, okay. So I feel like
you can talk about
all right.
You can talk about
Let me be real quick. Let me be real quick. I think we have the best defense in the division. I'm not afraid of the Cowboys. I'm not. I'm afraid of the Cowboys, right? only because of that boy from Penn State. Let me say that. I'm gonna be honest and transparent. That boy gonna be a problem, and they really got something on that other side with Lamb, and you know how Prescott gonna carry it.
Yeah, keep
That's
talking that talk. I
I'm
like how
not
you
worried
talk.
about New York. I'm not worried about Philly.
He making an argument
I'm
for
always
us.
gonna be worried
Yeah.
about
Hey,
them.
Stack, you might want to jump in this.
Yeah.
I'm worried about them, dog.
I'm gonna help
That's
you out,
all
Nat.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna help you out, Nat.
Hey, I like how
I'ma
you
help you
talk,
out.
brother.
Hey,
I'm
y'all
help
ain't
you
gotta
out.
say nothing.
Hey, I'm
Listen.
just being serious.
I'm too. Me
Hey,
too. Me
Gotta be
too.
realistic, bro.
Me
Hey.
too. Me too. Hey, Natman. Let me speak my piece real quick, about 2 minutes. Natman is a better man than me because he's realistic. He's realistic.
And he's honest. And he's an honest man.
No,
Yeah,
I'm honest.
got to.
I'm honest. I'm honest. I just may not be as realistic as he is. Because I'm not worried about the Cowboys. I ain't worried about them. I
Who
ain't
you
worried
worried
about the boys, man. I ain't worried about them. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you why.
listen.
We got the #1 defensive line all the way covered. All right.
Yeah.
Our first
Facts.
round draft pick. Our
Yeah.
first round draft pick was a linebacker. Our linebacking
Yeah.
corps has tightened up.
From Kentucky.
And guess what?
Yep.
Yeah. So guess
Yeah.
what? We picked up some help in the secondary as well, both in the
Yeah.
draft, both
Them
in the
boys
draft
going hard.
and in free agency. Let's flip that thing to the other side of the ball. All right, we got that bad man, Terry McLaurin, the most underrated wide receiver in the league. We got
And then
Curtis
they got his
Samuel.
best friend on the side. Yeah.
We got Curtis Samuel. We got that kid Brown from Carolina out the draft, who's gonna be a playmaker. We got Adam Humphries, who had his best season when Fitzpatrick was in Tampa Bay.
Wait, Stack.
Hold on.
I'm trying to research. I'm trying to Google all these people. Hold on.
We got Antonio Gibson. We got Antonio Gibson. We got Antonio Gibson.
Whoa.
Drake.
Who's that? Whoa.
We got Antonio Gibson. Listen, all we need is for Fitzpatrick to be steady. We need him to be steady. If he can be steady,
He said Fitzpatrick, B.
we got
I
a
don't think
chance.
it's gonna be Fitzpatrick, bro.
Bro,
Huh?
I don't think it's gonna be Fitzpatrick.
you just made my point. All I got to say is Ryan Fitzpatrick. That man been in the league how many years? How many playoffs he done won?
We
How
got
many
Taylor
times he
Hickey
been in
behind him.
advance?
We
Come
got
on,
Taylor
bro.
Hickey behind him. We got
Who,
Taylor Hickey.
Drake? Who? Gee, come on,
Listen,
LG.
Taylor
Stop
Hickey.
this madness.
Hold on. What's his
Taylor
name? How you
Hickey.
spell it?
Listen.
Wait, how you spell it?
Hold on.
Spell
Taylor
Hickey.
Hickey done put on 15 pounds. He done got bigger and stronger. He might beat out Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. That's
He
a
might
fact.
beat him out.
That's
He
a
might
fact.
beat him out. He might beat
Hey,
him
he
out.
did play. No, he did play a good couple of games last season, though.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Dallas. Go ahead,
Sound
Dallas.
good. Sound
Yeah.
good. Go ahead, LG.
Hey.
We gotta close this
Talk
out.
that
This is
yak.
madness.
Hey,
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Case closed.
So you don't think he a real quarterback?
I don't believe in Ryan Fitzpatrick, bro. Ryan Fitzpatrick can throw 5 touchdowns, then he'll throw 7 interceptions. You can't depend on
That
that.
makes a lot of sense, though, P. That
Hey,
makes a lot of
listen.
sense, though, P.
Listen,
That's the only reason
listen.
I don't believe in y'all, bro, because y'all got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Maybe Tyler
Listen, hey,
Hinkey,
let me make this point.
Hinkey can do something, but
That
Let me
makes
make
a
this
lot of
point.
sense.
Fitzpatrick, bro, I don't
Let me
believe
make
in
this
him.
point. I don't know how Dallas got the term America's team. I guess it's because America.
I agree.
Listen, I guess it's because Natman. I guess it's because America accepts mediocrity and less. Mediocrity and less. Because Dallas ain't been good in 30 years. They ain't been good
even
in
they
30
already
years.
said that.
They got the
But
most
that-
talent.
That line is
They
not
got the
original.
most talent.
We already heard it. We
But
already
look,
heard
but
that
look.
line.
They got the
Yeah,
most
see this
talent.
year.
That's not a new joke. That's an old
We
joke.
just beat them last
Tell,
year.
tell him
We're
again.
undefeated.
Tell him again.
And
Tell
listen,
him again.
Natman,
We already heard that
Natman,
joke.
I'm
That's an
Natman.
old
That
scared
man
of
is
Dallas.
making our argument.
That
I'm
ain't
for
new,
him,
always
bro.
gonna be scared of
Hey,
Dallas,
listen.
man.
and Natman. Listen,
That's
listen,
an old
listen.
joke.
Carrying this joint, bro.
Hey, listen,
That's an
bro.
old
Hey,
joke.
listen, bro. Listen. Dallas is the last team they beat was the Redskins. We're undefeated. The football team is undefeated against Dallas.
Tell them
The
where you got the
football
information
team
from.
is
That's a
undefeated.
Tell them where
fact.
you got
That's
the
a
information
fact,
from.
though.
We
Tell
undefeated.
them where you got the information
Don't
from.
worry
Stack
about
City.
it. Don't worry about that, LG. Don't worry about it.
Ooh,
Don't worry about it.
I sense brotherhood on this phone.
Here we go.
All
Here we
right,
go.
let me ask you a question.
Hey.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
we got 2 minutes.
What do y'all think about? Okay, all right, we got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Dallas defense. I'm gonna ask all three of y'all this. Y'all can answer this, and then Washington's defense. Because that number 11 for the Redskins, for Dallas, he gonna be a problem.
Yeah, but our defense stinks though compared to Washington.
Huh?
Our defense stinks compared to Washington defense.
You said your defense? What you said, Al?
Our defense is not that good compared to Washington. I don't think. What you think?
Yeah, because Lee retired, right?
Yeah, he did.
He needed to. Okay. He needed to. I love Sean Lee.
Secondary is always the weakest. We always weak in the secondary.
But,
so
hey,
we all
got
know
that boy from Kentucky.
Games,
I think
right?
it was Kentucky or UCLA.
I see what you did.
Listen,
I see what you did.
I understand that. But you know what? That offense, our offense is gonna trump. Our offense is gonna trump y'all offense, and our defense is gonna do just enough.
That makes a lot of sense, though.
And we went back to that 4-3 defense. Watch what DeMarcus Lawrence and them boys do.
But who are your coaches?
Michael Parsons. Our coaches. We got McCarthy.
Let me Google him. Let me Google him.
Let me Google
him.
We got
Let me Google.
What's his name?
Always take
Jeff Williams or something like that. He's the coordinator.
Hey, we got 1 minute, fellas. We got 1 minute. Less than a minute.
All right. God, this ain't too soon.
Let's close it out.
We gotta do a part two. We gotta bring you back. We gotta bring you back. We gotta bring you back.
This ain't too soon, man.
We bringing you back.
Look, we ain't even talk about Chris Paul. All y'all know about Chris Paul. Like we ain't even talking.
We coming back.
We coming back.
Hey, we love you, bro.
We appreciate the love, bro. We love you.
We love you, man.
Your project is amazing, bro. Your project is amazing.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all, bro. And I can't wait till we all, bro. Let's just all chill, get some dinner together.
Yeah.
Like y'all not washed up. I look at L's videos. I look at Stack Cities all the time. Right here on my screen, man. Like y'all do some legends.